In 49 BC, victorious in Gaul, Caesar disobeyed the Roman Senate and Roman laws and marched his army south across the Rubicon River and towards Rome. Crossing the Rubicon 2 millennia later still refers to a point of no return. When Richard Nixon visited China in 1972 and asked Zhou Enlai about the impact of the French Revolution, the premier famously replied, "It is too early to tell." Even if Zhou thought Nixon referred to the 1968 student uprising in France, it is popular to believe the famous phrase refers to the 1789 revolution. It is the week of 09 June 2025. The week seems full of portents. We live in such remarkable times. The possible initial volleys of World War III, the spectacular Israeli surprise attack against Iran, and its robust reply, must wait for another average polemic. Despite the wars of the 20th century, more American soldiers died, by a long margin, in the American Civil War. 7 states seceded from the Union after the election of an unloved president before South Carolina fired on Fort Sumter. The Civil War, the burning of the White House in 1812, and 9/11 are the real traumas of the American experience. The current commander-in-chief federalized the National Guard of California against the wishes of its governor. LBJ did that in Alabama in 1965. He ordered the troops to stand down to allow the Civil Rights March from Selma to Montgomery. Trump deployed U.S. Marines on U.S. streets, apparently to stop 3 people waving Mexican flags in Los Angeles. Marines needed in what was the equivalent of a Canadian riot. A few months ago, this average polemicist feared there was not enough visceral revulsion at the ICE kidnapping of Rumeysa Ozturk. On a day that witnessed Abrams tanks rumble down Constitution Avenue, brave Americans have been confronting pathetic ICE stormtroopers wearing do-rags and baklavas in Nebraska, Washington, Texas, and especially California. At the end of the week, in celebration of the president's birthday, millions of Americans took to the streets. No King's Day humiliated President Trump. Post-nationalist sentiment filled streets from Chattanooga to Spokane, while bleachers stood empty in Washington, D.C. Whether this is the whimper on which nationalist reaction fades to make way for the new, it is too early to tell. It could be easy to pity the 79-year-old Trump had he not been an asshole since the 1980s and as venal as Caligula. I think he would prefer to be loved. Unfortunately, if love is not on the table, he will gladly play the villain. This average polemicist doubts Trump is as effective as Julius Caesar, fortunately, but he should not be underestimated. If we did not cross the Rubicon this week, the army still bivouacs on the North Bank. Let us not be fooled either that the principled stands by Alex Padilla and Gavin Newsom have redeemed the Democratic Party. While the people lean towards a post-nationalist world, as seen on the streets, no one is leading, organizing, or shaping that new world. Jimmy Carter and Barack Obama did not throw accelerant on the neoliberal fires of inequality like their Republican counterparts, but they did not call the fire department either. So, Team Average, let us end on a timely quote from one of their Democratic predecessors, the longest-serving Speaker of the House, born in Tennessee but serving as a Texas legislator, a man who helped my grandparents get electricity. Any jackass can kick down a barn door. It takes a good carpenter to build one. Struggle with peace, Team Average.